Debbie says, okay, so when I think of my past, I realized I made mistakes. And this makes me self-loathe. Self-loathe. I still don't get it. You mean you regret it, or you are in sorrow about your mistakes? You wish it wasn't that way. You try to fix it, or am I overthinking the word too much? Maggie says hi. Oh. So you don't like yourself because of the mistakes that you've made. I see. So you think that then we're living in an absolute universe, which everything is perfectly put in the place, and there is no place for mistakes. And I wonder, what is our definition of mistakes? Mistakes have been shown to us, and we've been conditioned to think mistake is something bad that stops us from getting what we want, which in fact mistake is the reason why we know how to do things. If I want to put this cup on the table and I miss it and put it too far to the edge and it falls, yes, the cup broke, but definitely I will not do that again. So in a way, I guaranteed myself to know how to put a cup on a table. So mistake is a learning process. Mistake is how often we become wiser. Have you gone to any mathematics class that you knew how the formula works and how the procedure for the work works and how to get the right answer right from the get-go? No. You made lots of mistakes and you figured out why you couldn't get to the answer because of these mistakes. So you became more professional, you became expert, you became more experienced in that study. That's how everything else in laboratories are, invented, and they were successful to figure things out. Louis Pasteur didn't go to his laboratory and suddenly came up with the answer of, all the things, sterilization, everything else he came up. It took time for him to understand what kills the bacteria, what process is what he should be following. And he made lots of mistakes. And those mistakes were guidelines in order to actually trim it towards the direction of success and creating something. So everything that you've done is the reason that you are the person that you are today. If those mistakes never happened, and if you didn't have the wisdom to question them and trim the direction, you would have never been able to become any better than what you are. And those mistakes are the value of your wisdom. That's the price you paid. There's nothing free in this world. We do things, we learn things from them. And all those create a better field of the known for our thoughts to grow in a more knowledgeable field. So when you have a farmland and you try to cultivate things in it, and it doesn't grow because you put too much water, or you put the shade too much on it, these are the mistakes, but it all leads for information, knowledge for you, and you become a real good farmer eventually, knowing exactly what things should be done. So from mistakes, you learn what things should be done and what things should be avoided. So that's a knowledge field. That's how your consciousness grows. Otherwise, you'll never have a point of reference and to know how things really should be. So perhaps that would be something for you to think about, that mistakes are how we become in higher quality if we use it wisely. If we keep doing the same mistake, well, that's silly. Okay, now, I hope that is a good start. Yes, Prince, I think we just discussed that. No, we can't. We can hardly learn anything. There's hardly any process of learning without mistakes, because mistakes don't happen only when you know things. And when you're learning things, that means you don't know things. And we don't know things, it is illogical to think that then you wouldn't make a mistake. Because if you wouldn't be making mistakes, that means you know things. And when you know things, you won't try to learn them. So if you're learning things, that means you're open for mistakes.